Hey, this is Tommy John, and you're listening to the Sports Circus.
There's your long ball. Stretch. You can put it on the board. Yes.
Welcome to the Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal, live from downtown Los Angeles. Today's show is brought to you by Legal Shield, providing legal protection and peace of mind. Legal Shield can help with traffic tickets, texting and driving, DUIs, court appearances, estate planning, even contracts given to people they don't understand, plus a whole lot more. For more information, contact Legal Shield at 213-245-1305. That's 213-245-1305. Again, 213-245-1305, or visit online for more information at nocourt.us. That's nocourt.us. Folks, we moved this mobile studio around for AMP TV all over the place. Yesterday we were right down the street from here, and we kind of made the police a little bit mad, so we had to get out of the way. At least now we're sort of off the side of the road, right in the middle of, right next to Pershing Square here in downtown. But tell you what, it's a beautiful day, and a big welcome into everybody listening in on our NBC affiliate. That would be KCAA in sunny Southern California. Hell, that runs from the high desert all the way out to Catalina Island, 1050 AM, 102.3 FM and 106.5 FM. Thanks for joining us and our friends over in Las Vegas, KIOF 97.9 FM, and all of our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast, hotels from coast to coast as well. Thanks for joining us in 650,000 rooms, as well as everybody streaming on Facebook, thesportscircus.com. Right from the very top, we have a very special guest. We're going to let him introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Earl Christy. Welcome at this great show, The Circus. That's right. Sports Circus. I'm Earl Christy. I played with the Super Bowl III world champion New York Jets as a running back, defensive back, kickoff, and punt return.
All right. That'd be JETS. I know there's a song that goes with that somewhere, isn't there?
Don't get me started to singing now. So.
Come on, man. Let's go. Well, it's great having you on, Earl. And so, look, before we started the show, we were kind of talking a little bit about the current Jets. And that's not really the topic at hand, but I want to get this out there because a lot of people seem to think that Sam Darnold isn't really a good fit, well, for the New Jersey Jets because, of course, they seem to play over in New Jersey. But I have to tell you, I think Sam is the right guy. It's just kind of the wrong system. And so for all you Jets fans out there, I really believe you've got the good quarterback from right here in sunny Southern California. Maybe if they did a little bit of building around him, Earl, what do you think about that?
I'm going to have to agree with you, Sal. I love him. I had a chance to meet him. His work ethic is off the chain. No question about it. He's got the right size, got the right attitude. The players play with him, play for him. You got to have a team effort. You got to have that. It's all in the trenches. The game hasn't changed. It's blocking and tackling. They got to put those pieces around him, like you said. Plus, they got to have the people in the trenches because that's what wins championships.
Yeah, and a lot of people complain about quarterbacks. They say, well, they're not very good. Well, guess what? If you're not giving them any blindside protection, first of all, now you got a real problem. If you're forcing them to their offhand and they have no protection over there, you know what's going to happen. Interception, sack, fumble. That's the formula, right or wrong.
Definitely turnovers. They create turnovers, and we saw it in Super Bowl here in Tampa Bay. Man, that defensive line just destroyed that offensive line for the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, greatest the quarterback Mahomes is, he couldn't throw. And like you said, when you don't have time to throw, run the ball, the game still hasn't changed because it's blocking and tackling.
Right. And Earl, the thing that kind of bothers me is that the NFL it's seemingly replacing the running game with a dink and dunk passing game. I want to see a balanced attack, and that's why I like teams like New Orleans, because they got a two-headed monster at running back with Kamara and Murray, and oh, by the way, you've got one of the best quarterbacks that's played the game, and I believe Drew Brees is going to be back. I don't think he quit. I'm going to tell you why. This guy didn't go out the way he wanted to. I went to school with Drew back in the day. Yes, I did. And I tell you that this guy was playing with either 11 cracked or broken ribs and all this other issue. He didn't get a chance to go out the way he wanted to. And I think he's going to give himself a full season to get out there and really see if he could do it. What do you think?
Sal, you're on the money. You know the game. No doubt. He didn't really come back being completely healthy like he wanted to be. In fact, I'm friends of their great linebacker, Demario Davis, man, that just plays tremendous. And he wants that Super Bowl. He needs that Super Bowl again. And so, therefore, he wants to go out on top. There's no doubt. And of course, his family is going to be talking about it, but I think he's going to be back.
I like the fact that guys like Breeze will get the team to rally around them, but he's very concerned about the whole team. And that's one of the big characteristics, the big winners about Tom Brady. You know, people can complain about Tom Brady all you want. They say, oh, he's the greatest of all time, the GOAT, right? In my opinion, guys like Tom Brady should be called the GLOAT, for the greatest leader of all time.
Oh, man, I tell you, what a leader. And reason why you made that great statement, because he was taking players that are good and made them better. And he did it with so many different players, okay? We got to give the coach some credit, too, for their coaching staff. Not only just the head coach, but their coaching staff to have him prepared. Right. Just like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's no question. You got to give them. Their coaching staff was out of sight. They made adjustments and everything. So it's all about, again, it's the whole staff, the whole organization coming together.
It is. Folks, big welcome back to everybody listening in and watching on hotel television in 650,000 rooms from coast to coast, and everybody else on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates. We're here with the great Earl Christy. Yes, Super Bowl III champion, lifelong friend of Joe Namath, and a running back, defensive back, return specialist. This guy basically did it all, wearing that Jets green, gang green represented big and large right here on the circus. All right, Earl, thanks for coming back with us. So listen, I have to ask you about the direction moving forward in protecting guys like Sam Darnold. Let's go right back to the Jets, because, look, we could carry on about other clubs as much as we want, but this is about Jets. Now, what's that song? I think there's a song. What do you got for us?
Jets, Jets. That's right, man.
Oh, that's great stuff. That's great stuff. But, you know, look, the Jets aren't in need necessarily of a quarterback. I think they're in need of an offensive line. And what do you think the Jets are going to do maybe in the next, we'll say the next 12 to 24 months? I don't want to talk about a draft. I want to talk about multiple drafts. Because think about this. You take a guy like Troy Aikman when he came in from where? From UCLA right here in Southern California. Troy was good, but Troy wasn't that good. But when they built him a big line, what did they do? They started winning, right?
Oh, good gracious. They built that line. That's why Emmett and all of them could run that football. I mean, again, like I said before, it's blocking and tackling. And I'm telling you, that makes a big difference. And then the quarterback working together in sync, being able to get rid of the ball faster, doing those mechanics that will help make him better and make the team itself. That's what it's all about, the organization. So, no, I'm truly a Donaldson fan. I love him, man. But the bottom line, they just put a piece there and get that protection there where they solely need, because they've always played pretty decent defense and putting some add some pieces. They're not that far away, believe it or not. Those guys work hard. They got a good work ethic, because it's so important in this game. Working smart. And the games are basically won in practice where you work hard and smart.
It's funny you say that. And so I want to bring something up here that you absolutely identify. One of my favorite people in the whole sporting world is Roger Craig. And Roger Craig, when he came out of Nebraska, remember, he was a running back, but they had a guy by the name of Mike Rozier ahead of him, so they had to put the title of fullback on him. So when he came into the 49ers organization, People weren't used to seeing a guy like Roger Craig line up and every snap from maybe the 20, right, in practice. This guy would take that ball and run 80 yards into the end zone. Practice or not, he didn't care because he practiced like he played.
Boy, you just mentioned things. I'm getting chills because we ready for this. Me running kickoffs and punt return. Guess what? In practice, I would catch the football because I envisioned to go to the other goal line. I would run the length of the field, and Weave Eubank would just get excited. And the players, because of that work ethic, man. Then you know what was so great? After practice, Joe Namath, the offense, the defense, we would do extra work. That's what helped to make us better. The more practice. And I know it's hard for people to understand, but the game is won in practice. Our practices were tougher than playing the game. We didn't always hit, but our practice, Weave Eubank, mental. Don't beat yourself. And that's a key factor. It drives me crazy when I see the penalties on kickoffs and punt returns, and every time there's a hole. No, you got to think emotionally, okay?
Right. I'll tell you what. When we come back from break, we're going to take a break in just a moment here. When we come back from break, I want to stick with this. We're going to talk about the Earl Christy story. We're going to talk about earlchristy.com. By the way, folks, while we're on commercial break for just a couple moments, check out earlchristy.com, EARLCHRSTY.com. You make sure you go there. This guy not only was a Super Bowl champion, but he's also an author. And check out the Earl Christy story, the story of a Super Bowl champion. Back here in just a few moments on the Sports Circus. Lots more to come back here with superstar Earl Christy in just a few moments from those New York Jets. Don't go anywhere, folks. Lots more to come.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm Roy Firestone. Now it's time to throw it back to Sal.
My favorite one had to do with the Green Bay Packers. And I love the fact that they dealt off Ty Montgomery because of a blown assignment. Green Bay isn't Green Bay unless they have a good running game. Then they can win 10 Super Bowls. The fact is, you don't have a running game. You've got 70% passing, and that's not where Aaron Rodgers needs to be. He needs to be in a position where he's got a running game to offset the passing game and so forth. I like the move. Green Bay didn't have a running game anyway, so all they're doing is saying, we're going to get rid of you because you don't follow instructions.
Well, he made one of the most boneheaded plays I've ever seen. There's 2 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. They traded him on Tuesday.
They should have cut him on Sunday night.
He shouldn't have been on the plane back to Green Bay.
Right, they should have made him walk back to Green Bay.
No, it was a terrible play. Now, he's not a stupid guy. He went to Stanford. He's not a dumb guy.
He's not a dumb guy, but he doesn't follow instructions.
He made a terrible play.
The fact is he didn't follow instructions. And you say he's not a dumb guy. His own agenda he put ahead of his team.
I agree.
Thus, he is a dumb guy. Right or wrong?
Wrong. He just got selfish. You're not going to convince me that a guy from Stanford's a dum-dum.
No!
Yeah, this is Sidney Justin from the Miracles.
So you heard yesterday's show at Roy Firestone. Didn't you hear a little clip about him going into the office where Smokey was at? And that was really good material, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really funny, man.
Yeah, and then you heard him.
I thought it was hilarious. It was cool, though. It was cool. Really cool story, man. I enjoyed listening to that.
Right, and then he gave a couple of bars. Can you give us a couple of more from Ooh Baby Baby? And let's see if you could do it better than Roy Firestone. Come on, man!
All right, you know what? Why not? I did you wrong. My heart went out to play. But in the game, I lost you. What a price to pay. Hey, I'm crying. Ooh, baby, baby. How's that, man?
That's
Is that okay? Is that good enough?
That's incredible.
fantastic.
You know why? Because that's what you do. You're in the incredible business, Sid. That's awesome. Yes. Only on the Sports Circus. You're going to get sports. You get music.
I'm your Ringmaster Sal of the Sports Circus. Join me and Hall of Fame world champion and all-star celebrity guest for chaos and controversy here on Libsyn and all podcast platforms. Also, thesportscircus.com. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day.
This is Dwayne Clemens, former Bengals, Chiefs, and Viking, and you're watching the Sports Circus.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal, live from the AMP TV mobile studios here in downtown Los Angeles. This segment brought to you by Cali Vegas, helping people create and host their very own radio, TV, or multimedia talk shows. Cali Vegas can help with everything they need to get out of sitting in hours of traffic, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job, and host your very own talk show in your very own home studio. For more information, contact Cali Vegas at 949-445-1119. That's 949-445-1119. Again, 949-445-1119, or visit online for more information at calivegas.com. That's CALI Vegas.com. Thank you very much. We love the audience. And a big welcome back to everybody listening in on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from Honolulu, CBS Sports 1500 KHKA. Thanks for joining us all the way over to the greater Houston market, Corpus Christi, Texas, KSIX, CBS Sports 95.1, 96.1, 1230 AM, home of the Astros, Rockets, and the Houston Texans. Thanks for joining us. Jim Bob and the boys, 107.1 The River, Natchez, Mississippi, and Faraday, Louisiana. WAUD, home of the Atlanta Braves over in Auburn, Alabama. Thanks for joining us. WDJY in Atlanta, WBNW in Boston. Of course, we can't forget our friends over in Las Vegas, KIOF 97.9 FM. Thanks for joining us as well. Everybody else on Hotel TV from coast to coast. Also at thesportscircus.com and Facebook and everywhere else we're streaming as far as I know. Oh, geez. We're also at AMP TV, AAMP.TV. Check us out there as well. Folks, we are back here with Super Bowl champion, superstar running back, defensive back, return specialist from the Jets. That'd be Earl Christy. Earl, thanks for joining us once again.
Yeah, man, I'm enjoying. We're having too much fun this, man. I'm telling you. I'm going to have to come on and be with you guys, man. You guys are doing it. You and Dennis, man. I love you guys, man, because you got so much love for the game and you just love for people. We love people. This is what it's all about.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, let's get to know Earl a little bit. Let's get to know about Earl the Twirl, right? Known as by his friends, of course, the Super Bowl champ, Mr. Inspiration, most notably known, and I pulled this directly from Earl. Now, this isn't me. This is Earl. No, but actually, this is the world talking about Earl. This guy is gold, absolute gold. Of course, look, he's got the great friend list and whatever, but this guy is true. He's real. He's legit. Guys like Joe Namath hang out with him for a very good reason. And look, Earl, you were a football coach, a broadcaster for 40 years, a member for the Harlem Wizards exhibition on top of it. Now we're talking a little bit of hoops here too, right? School teacher, teacher of the year twice, motivational speaker, founder of Teammates, Team Up, the Athletes for Education, the AFEA as well. And of course, you encourage all the young people to make their dreams reality, right? A fantastic cause. Also an ordained minister. Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. This is crazy. So, Earl, about after your football side, you got involved with broadcasting. You've been in the rodeo for a long time, involved with CBS and the four-letter network. That'd be ESPN. That's kind of what we call them here. Right. And everywhere in Chicago and Tampa and Delaware and Maryland. I mean, you've done it all. You've hosted the Earl Christy Sports Network and talking about Christ.com as well. How do you sleep? Do you sleep? Really, this is kind of ridiculous.
Listen, I'm busy more now than ever, especially with my beautiful wife, Darlene. I'm telling you, she keeps me straight, man. I'm having so much fun. I'm telling you. So I feel like I'm 21 years old. I'm telling you, I am so blessed. And I said humbly, man, it is so awesome meeting people like yourself doing it. This is what life is all about. And we can have it. If we believe it, we can achieve it, man.
I'll tell you, the energy, it's, folks, if you don't know, if you're driving to or from work right now, you're eating your lunch, whatever the heck you're doing, just put it down, and I want you to listen to Earl Christy, because Earl, this guy is legit. Everything that he's saying is straight. He doesn't have to candy coat anything. No, he is telling you real life experience. He even wrote a book about it, too. Tell everybody about the book, by the way.
Well, I'm so happy. I had two great guys that worked with me, George Buckle, his lovely wife, and Ruben Rodriguez. Man, they put it together, I'm telling you. And you know what was so awesome? People that pick up the book, they said they can't put it down because they're looking for the next chapter to go to. And, of course, my good friend Joe Namath did an introduction, 2-page introduction for the book. And it tells my story because I've been blessed with so many, you know, being a professional athlete, winning the championship, and you mentioned about being an archbishop, to travel around the world to go to the Holy Land and be baptized in the Jordan River. Wow. I've had tragedy in my life. I had the whole package where my first wife was killed in a car accident, and then my daughter was a youth pastor, and she done. I've had the whole total spectrum, but playing show basketball and traveling around with my son Stevie. We did a TV show in Tokyo. Can you believe it? Wow. Called A Special Surprise of the World. I mean, and then being a sportscaster, I never dreamed it. In fact, I was so scared to get up in front of someone, and now you can't stop me, Sal. I just love people. That's the key factor I found out. You got to love people. First, you got to love yourself, respect yourself. That's the way that you can give it out. Man, I love your energy. Man, I love Dennis, because you guys are real, and that's what it's all about. We can have it all. Love one another, appreciate each other, enjoy this. This is what it's all about. We're not here for a long time. In fact, I'll be 78 years old March the 19th this year. And I'm telling you, I'm better than ever. I'm telling you, I'm so grateful and thankful. But, you know, just the point of working with young people and senior citizens. See, and the rest should come in. I mean, doing the thing when you can see on someone's smile and say that you helped to touch my life, that you can share love and happiness and joy. And I can't thank my grandmother who raised me from a baby and everything. So it's just amazing to do the things. I never dreamed of these things. And guess what? And the best is yet to come.
That's great. Folks, we're here with Earl Christy, running back, DB, return specialist, did it all for those world champion New York Jets from Super Bowl III. This guy's loaded with energy. Thanks for everybody joining us, of course, on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates and in hotel around the world at this point. I mean, it's getting kind of crazy. Our footprint right here in this country, you know, Earl, we're in every metered market in America. Imagine that, every metered market. And by the way, we also can be seen in hospitals, hospital waiting rooms, and in hospital rooms as well. It's insane. You wouldn't believe the eyeballs. We actually get almost 5 million impressions per hour for this program.
But since you brought up about hospitals, I just came up with a teddy bear. I'll see if you can see it. I'll put it right. Earl Christy teddy bear.
Look at that.
Jets, Jets. And what we did is we took them into hospitals, and look on the back, he has my jersey. I go to the hospitals. I did it in Chicago and everything. I got to fix my jersey on the bear so I can just be straightened out. And we give these to the kids. Just what a joy to see the smile on their face to come in and just see the young people just be happy and bring some cheers to people, even the staff members, and they appreciate it. And I'm so grateful for that because, you know, we need to serve one another. We need to be friends to one another. Man, you can bring joy in somebody's life, and you guys are doing it by the sports show. It's just not just a regular sport. You bring joy to people. I get excited when I talk to you guys.
What's great is, look, we have audiences on news channels. We have it on music channels. We have audience on sports channels. So we really mix the bag, whether it's the billionaire business person, whether it's the superstar athlete like yourself, with the superstar musicians, scientists. We really cover it. So yes, it is a circus and we prove it every day. But at the end of the day, the variety is what keeps us around. You know, we're a long running show at this point. We've done, I think the Sports Circus has done around 1,100 shows, and many shows are with people just like yourself, Earl, because we handpick the people we want because they're great leaders, and you are dripping with leadership.
Thank you so much. I appreciate, you know, and I take it humbly, man. And we can get better each and every day with personal relationship. And that's what it's all about. None of us are perfect. We just give it our best every time. I don't care what it is. The thing that I did on the football field or on the basketball court, I want to take it into life. And that's what it's all about.
It really is. And I think a lot of people really miss the boat when it comes to, hey, we got to get as much stuff. We ever see those stickers? People say, whoever dies with the most toys wins. They win what? They win zero because they forgot what the game was about in the first place.
Amen. There's no doubt about it. It's stuff that don't last. You know, it's nice to get good things and everything, but it's all about relationships, enjoying life, sharing with others, family. I have on the show that I do sometimes on Monday nights at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I have a show called Faith, Family, Faith, and Sports. It's all
faith and sports. Yes. I love that. You know what? When we come back, the next segment is going to be brought to you by your show. So, folks, don't go anywhere. We're here with the great Earl Christy, Super Bowl champion, AFL champion, and just a great human. Folks, don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss any of this. And by the way, check out earlchristy.com on commercial break. earlchristy.com. There's a book that you can read about. It's called, oh, by the way, The Earl Christy Story, the story of a Super Bowl champ. Don't go anywhere. Lots more to come here on The Circus. Back in a minute.
That's the sound of sizzling, dry-aged USDA Prime Wagyu and Angus steaks from UpperCutChops.com. Their best-in-class filet mignons, New York steaks, and the king of all steaks, the tomahawk and cowboy cut ribeyes are the best in the business. Even their Prime Wagyu burgers will likely be the best you've ever had. Browse the full selection of steaks and chops at UpperCutChops.com from the comfort of your home or on your mobile device. UpperCutChops.com delivers all-natural, dry-aged USDA Prime Wagyu and Angus steaks and chops directly to your door, without the hassle of going to the grocery store and fight crowds to pick from a small selection of average at best meats with injected steroids, fillers, and coloring added to look good. Find out what's for dinner at UpperCutChops.com or call 702-799-9935. That's 702-799-9935. 702-799-9935. Or make your selection directly at UpperCutChops.com.
Do you own a timeshare? Well, face the facts. You made a mistake. You made a bad purchase. A timeshare is not an investment. It's a money pit that continues forever. If you use your timeshare, that's great. But if you don't, and you want to legally get out of your contract, call my friends right now at the Timeshare Exit Hotline. They're an experienced team of lawyers who help good people like you get out of a timeshare contract that they just don't want. Don't throw away your money on maintenance fees. Use it for things you really want. We can help you end your timeshare contract and stop the money drain immediately. If you're ready to move on with your timeshare, call our team right now.
Cancel your timeshare now with a free call. 800-298-3173. 800-298-3173. 800-298-3173. That's 800-298-3173.
If you're trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more.
800-957-6209. 800-957-6209. 800-957-6209. That's 800-957-6209.
Hey, welcome back to the Sports Circus. This segment is brought to you by Don Beebe, and I'm Don Beebe.
Welcome back. That's right. Welcome back to the Sports Circus. Awesome. I'm telling you, I'm here checking out my good buddy Sal, man. They are rocking it. What a joy and a pleasure to be on the show. But I got to tell you about something. I just came out with a new book. That's right. And you can find this book, right? The Earl Christy story, the story of a Super Bowl champion. And where can you find it? On the EarlChristyStory.com. I'll repeat that again. EarlChristyStory.com. I'm telling you, man, we just thank you for watching the show. These guys are awesome because we love one another. We love folks. And come on, continue to watch their show because it is awesome. And yeah, and guess what? When you do get the book, I give them a free autograph. It goes personal. That's what we do. Thank you, guys.
And you get the super applause. And a big welcome back to everybody watching on Hotel TV and listening in on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast. Also, everybody watching on Comcast, on Spectrum, on Cox Communications, Frontier Cable, Wow Cable. We're everywhere. You can't get away from us. Even AMP TV, AAMP TV, .TV. Listen, folks, I'm in the AMP TV mobile studios here in downtown Los Angeles. And we moved the studio from location to location. It's kind of like the glass bubble. So you can't hear what's going on outside, but I can assure you there's all kinds of racket here. So we're in this soundproof booth, but you get to see out of the bubble here. It's kind of like a big snow globe. Hopefully someone's not going to shake us and start shaking. And who knows, maybe things will start falling from the ceiling. I don't know, kind of like those big snow globes. But anyway, welcome back. Right here with Earl Christy. Earl is a Super Bowl champion, an AFL champion, an author, and he's got a million credentials, ordained minister. And I'll tell you what, this is a guy that has really lived life, whether it was from the football field or beyond in the booth or beyond as a writer. I'm waiting for a cookbook. When are we going to get the Earl Christy cookbook?
Well, I'm going to have to work with my beautiful wife and my daughter and all of them so they can get it. Because I do most of the cooking. I have to say that. I miss, because I think I'm a chef, okay? I got a special barbecue. I call it the ball sauce. Yeah. Christy sauce, okay? Oh, yeah, I love cooking. I'm cooking with love. Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
Do you want me to tell you what I'm cooking this evening?
What do you got?
Okay.
What do you got?
I got some beautiful steaks that I'm putting in the crock pot. I got some beef stew. I'm putting potatoes, onions, mushrooms, and carrots and celery. And I'm telling you, boy, it's smelling good right now. So that's what I'm doing. That's for dinner tonight. Yeah. Yesterday I had beautiful barbecue spare ribs.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You know who's got a good barbecue place? And it's over in Pittsburgh. I don't know if you ever make it to Pittsburgh, but another friend of the circus is Manny Sanguian. Manny's a great, great guy, but Manny got his own barbecue place over at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Nice little round of applause for Manny. Oh, yeah. He's got his own place.
Consumer. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Manny
is the real when it comes to barbecue. Buddy.
Good.
So, okay, so let's get back to I want to get back to a couple of little things here in football. We had mentioned it in the first segment. I just want to ask you a couple of more things. Now, we think about the growth of teams, and we think about how certain teams will draft for certain players. They're looking for skill players because what they're trying to do is they're really trying to appease the fans, because the fans will, of course, do what? They'll bring money into the gate for the owners. But of course, if the owners are happy, then needless to say, the team's going to be happy. Better yet, if the team is happy, the owners are going to be happy. And then the sponsors are going to throw money at the organization, right? But if you don't draft right, then your team kind of hits the skids for a while. And then the players aren't happy. The fans are certainly not happy, and then the owner's not happy. Guess who's really not happy? The sponsors. So the team loses money, and then when the team loses money, what do they got to do? They got to raise ticket prices. Isn't that right?
Absolutely. And it's all about sponsorship, you know what I'm saying? But we want to work with the fans, because the fans, and I've always felt that way anyhow, coming off the field. And, some guys get banged up and they might not want to sign autographs, but we're finding more and more it's all about the fans, because we love you. And I'm telling you, back in old school, we used to really appreciate one another. And the fans, you are so important. We love you. And let us continue to do that. And it's all about working together, the management and everybody. That's what you build.
Yeah. And the Jets fans are very loyal. And I love to see the teams that have been down. I love to see them come back. Now, we've seen that recently with Buffalo. Buffalo been building the ship properly. Absolutely building it right. And those guys are ready to win for a long time. And by the way, those same guys over in Cleveland are building the ship properly. Would you agree or disagree?
Oh, you can see the improvement in it. I mean, they're on the same page. I got a good buddy, Fraser. He's one of the defensive back coaches and defensive coordinators with the Buffalo Bills. And they truly are building within, and it's a process. And you got to be patient with them. And you've seen Cleveland. Cleveland went through some tough time. One season, lost every game. Then the next season, maybe won one or two games. So you got to be patient with them, fan. And our day will come again. There's no doubt about it. And the Buffalo Bills play the game right on both sides of the ball, because it's balanced. Right. Great defense and great offense.
No question, folks. Welcome back to everybody watching on Hotel TV and listening in on our CBS and NBC Fox Sports affiliates. Here with the great Earl Christy, author. Oh, by the way, he also won a Super Bowl, too, in case you were keeping score. That'd be Super Bowl III with, of course, Joe Willie. And who knows, maybe we'll even get Earl to interview Joe Namath on the show. Now, that would be great if we could do it. We don't know, because we don't know if somebody would agree to it. But I have to tell you, if anybody interviews Joe Namath, it's going to be this guy over here. It's going to be Earl Christy. That would be fantastic.
I'm going to have to go for it now. See, that's a challenge. Never challenge an athlete, and that's a challenge, but that's a good challenge. That's right. I'm telling you. So we're going to work on that one, okay?
Oh, that sounds fantastic. I have to tell you, our audience would absolutely love it, but honestly, it's better, and I'm going to give you an instance on this. It's always better to have a teammate interview a teammate. Now, we had a show previously. We had Kevin Green on the show. Now, Kevin, bless his heart, rest his soul, Kevin was one of the best that's ever played in that second level position. No question. And so we had our football god, Tyrone Poole. Tyrone won 2 Super Bowls with the New England Patriots and Tom Brady. And so Tom and Kevin were talking about things from in the locker room, on the field, maybe on the defensive side. If somebody was being kind of a pain in the rear end, it's like, hold them up. I want to be able to get my hit at them too. It's just like, playing on the playground, the same idea. But they play together, but they also talk to one another at a different level that, look, I'm not a football guy. I played baseball for a living. I did not play football. But football guys will talk to football guys like baseball guys will talk to baseball guys, basketball, hockey, same. And so I have to tell you, one of the most fun interviews we ever did was with Kevin Green. And I can't wait for the possibility purely the possibility of Earl Christy potentially. Of course, we're hoping. We're praying. Come on, let's go. We need a little bit of help here, a little bit of divine intervention.
He has to pray. Yeah, but we're going to work on that. But it would just be amazing, and to know about the real Joe Namath. See, we think about the other thing, but how much a great heart that he has, how much he gives to the great foundations, the March of Dimes, and most important, we used to have a show for a sports camp he had for 46 years up until 2 years ago, and not only we took the game of football and told them about character education, appreciating each other, and it was just amazing. I wish we would continue to, because a lot of young people got a great attitude, and even the parents, really. So he's an awesome person, and we can't tell all our stories now, about bed check and all that. But that's another day, another story, another time.
I know. But well, let's focus on Earl Christy a little bit more. And Earl, when it came to, we got time for one more question in this segment before we go to break. When it came to building that Jets organization, as you saw the pieces come together, and here you are, you find yourself in a Super Bowl as an 18-point underdog, right? And you've got your leader saying, I guarantee we're going to win this game. What does that do pressure-wise to the team?
Oh, man, you're going to love this. Okay, pressure-wise, let me tell you, there were 5 guys from my little small college, Maryland Eastern Shore, played in Super Bowl III. That was on the team. Charlie Stooks, James Duncan, and on the coach. Johnny Sample, Emerson Boozer, and myself on the Jets. And me and Boozer used to beat the 2 other guys in practice. But here's what that. Joe got sick and tired of them talking about it on the Thursday. He mentioned, okay, not only we going to beat you, I guarantee. But guess what? My grandmother on Monday said that we were going to win. She didn't guarantee the victory. So that's the story, that she said we were going to win. So she was a praying lady. So prayer does answer. Prayer can be answered. But yeah, no, we felt good because Pete Lambert was in the meeting and he said, we better stop looking at the film before we get overconfidence. And Joe called 80 to 90% of the plays from the line of scrimmage. And by the way, in that game, Don Maynard had an injury of deep wide receivers. So he was a decoy all day. So we were fortunate. If he would have been healthy, we could have probably scored more points. But no, we felt great about it.
It's a great story, and coming up to the end of the segment here, it's a great story, but a lot of people don't realize that there is a certain degree of pressure put on the players, but it's also an enormous motivator. And of course, you are that motivational speaker as well. Folks, we're going to be back with the great Earl Christy, Super Bowl III champion, AFL champion, author, ordained minister, leader of the world at this point. Back here in just a few minutes.
Can't beat fun at the old ballpark, friends. High pop fly. That would be a home run in a phone booth. I don't know what the big deal about Cracker Jack is. Did you ever go and buy a pack of Cracker Jack thinking you're going to get a prize and find no prize in the box? Here's the pitch. That might not sound important to some people, but when you're a little kid, especially from humble origin, and they cheat you out of a prize, there's a bouncing ball. Second baseman has the Barbary over to first. It's hard to think in laudatory terms of the product.
I think if there was an occasional box of Cracker Jacks that found no prizes for the little Harry Carey many years ago.
You got that right. And boy, when a box of Cracker Jack to me meant a lot of money. Here's a pitch, bounce foul. That's the most asinine marketing I've ever heard of. 1 ball, 1 strike. These guys say, well, you sing about Cracker Jack. I said that I only sing it because it's in the song. Here's a pitch foul back. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised, even to this day, some youngsters who buy a box of Cracker Jack don't find a prize in the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Well, if you're going to talk about our congressman being crooked, here's a pitch foul out of play. Why not talk about commercial products that don't do what they represent to do? They told me when they hired me it was a temporary job. Born and raised in St. Louis, and you can imagine the Cardinals were my favorite team from the day I could remember. And all of a sudden, the miracle of life, I'm broadcasting Card games. And I own the town and broadcast them for 25 years, and I thought they're going to give me a gold watch, and they gave me a pink slip. Then I went out to work for Charlie Finley for a year, and that's par for the course. Came to Chicago, and I was with the White Sox 11 years, and now with the Cubs. Never missed a game, never missed a time at bat, never missed a half inning that I was supposed to do. You know, Chicago is such a marvelous city. Hey, we got some Chicago people. You know, you never succeed in this business until you've had the experience of working with a terrible hangover. Not until you've been able to come through with flying colors under those circumstances can you consider yourself a professional. Lord knows, I've had more than my share of hangovers.
There's a drive. Way back. It might be. It could be.
Holy cow! This crowd is wild!
You're watching the Sports Circus, and I am Brian Erlacher.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal, live from the AMP TV mobile studios here in downtown Los Angeles. That's AAMP.TV. Folks, make sure you check out thesportscircus.com for upcoming guests, our prior guests, our podcast, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, even you can find the recorded shows on NBC or CBS. Just click on any of the logos on our page, and you'll be able to find literally over 1,000 shows from the Sports Circus with great guests just like today here with Earl Christy. I'll tell you what, folks, make sure you check out those prior shows as well, and also check out the upcoming schedule because we have some great shows coming up. But this segment is brought to you by the Earl Christy Story. And Earl Christy is the author. He's our guest. This is the story of a Super Bowl champion, and Earl's going to tell everybody where you can find that book.
Well, I appreciate you. You're so kind, and you guys, you and Dennis. You can find my book. You can find it on EarlChristyStory.com. EarlChristyStory.com. And those fabulous writers that work with me, Ruben Rodriguez and Joey Buckles. What a job they put together. It's an easy read. And if you want to see some more things about it, you can go to EarlChristy.com. That's EarlChristy.com. Christ with a Y, Christy. And just and you can also send in amazing reviews that we've received. So many amazing reviews. It just touches my heart. And thank you guys, man. Well, I'm telling you, being on the sports, and that music is awesome. Only thing missing, you ain't give me no popcorn.
You know what? You can always pop some in the microwave real quick, and you can eat it. Just don't chew too loud in the mic. You know, it might be a little bit annoying. But anyway, folks, a big welcome back to everybody listening in on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast. Hotels, literally from coast to coast as well. You know, Earl, we're in 650,000 rooms, and a lot of people are watching. 4.8 million impressions per hour. Crazy number. Stupid number. I mean, those are like sports playoff numbers, but this is every hour. So every time we're playing this, we're getting a mad amount of ears and eyeballs watching exactly what we're doing here today. And I'll tell you what, folks, you got to learn a little bit about this young man. This young man is an author, as we mentioned, a Super Bowl champion, but more importantly, a great human, affecting people's lives in positive ways across the board, whether it's as an ordained minister, as a leader, as a motivational speaker. Tell everybody a little bit more about your motivational speaking side.
Oh, boy, this is so enjoyable. I've lived in 6 different states where I was a teacher, and having the opportunity to go into the schools and share my story, talk about character education. In fact, I've invented the education mascot. I'm going to present it in the school system this year. The education is called The Point, like an explanation point, and having the opportunity to coach. We've gone to colleges and spoken different colleges. I've been all over the world, even Africa, Europe, in South America, speaking. And this is the key factor that I'm doing now is I was on a mini tour until the COVID struck in the churches. I am so blessed to have all of these avenues, even for corporate America, to show them about team, what team means. Together, everyone achieves more. And having been a good teammate, working together. I mean, it's just so amazing. And I say that I don't deserve this, but I have been, and I said humbly, I'm so blessed and so grateful to have those opportunities and just to enjoy life and touch people's lives. I get much enjoyment out of other young people when they ask for autographs and everything. What an honor and a privilege to do that. You know what I'm saying? And try to be a role model. And I want to say this. I am blessed. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't use drugs. And it's been a blessing for my health. I'll be 78 years old in March 19th this year, and I'm blessed for that. And that's what it's all about. We got to be positive role models. We got to make an example for people in general, okay?
Earl, leading a good life, no drugs, no smoke, no drink, none of that garbage. Because, I mean, look, if we were supposed to be a very particular way, we would have been born with these, internal bodily functions to really say, okay, I guess we're supposed to be smoking and drinking and whatever the heck we're supposed to be doing. But no, that's not how we were designed by the man above. But at the end of the day, if we lead a clean life, we're going to have a nice, long, fulfilling life. Agree or disagree?
Oh, there's no question about it. And I don't condemn anybody that's using, smoking or drinking. I'm just saying I'm blessed because of my foundation that I was taught. And I had a great positive role model in my Uncle Bernard. And he was just amazing and not even use profanity. I mean, I get mad and everything, but all these things come into play. And my spiritual foundation, it's amazing. I would have never dreamed being in this area, but I know it's important. And everybody has certain beliefs in life. But the most important thing is respect one another and enjoy your life each and every day because we don't know. In fact, I've had some relatives through this COVID that passed away. But each day you treat one another like it's the last day that you see them and truly in that golden rule. And, do unto others as you have them do unto you. And that's a philosophy that I was taught by my parents and family because we all are together to enjoy our lives and, meeting great people like yourself and just enjoying life each and every day. I'm so thankful. God bless you guys, man. For having me.
Great stuff. Earl, I want you to tell everybody that's watching on Hotel TV and our affiliates from CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports, I want you to tell everybody a little bit more about the sports-a-size and the academic and physical fitness game. I want to know a little bit more about that. It's very interesting.
Man, you know my life better than me. I'm telling you, I'm so glad. Wow, you are awesome. Good research, but anyhow, I'm so excited. Oh, it ain't me. The good Lord just blessed me to invent a game called Sports-a-Side, where you have an option of paying the money or doing the exercise. Play money, of course. You had time of game, and if you land on different spots on the ball on the board, you would take like landing on football stadium. For clipping, pay $300 or do 10 toe touches, alternated toe touches. And what do you think most people do? They do the exercise because those young people and adults. I had a 101-year-old lady do the jumping jacks instead of paying the money. And we did it with special persons and everything. The person in the wheelchair, they would have to blow the whistle 3 times or something like that. I am so grateful. And you know what's so beautiful? You had teamwork. We would have, say, for instance, I had 66 kids playing at one time. I had what we call the floor model where you walk to the spot And they would say for gymnastics, for not wearing your shoes on the floor, do 10 jumping jacks or pay $300. You have an option, time of game and everything. And the kids love it. The adults love it because it brings families together. And we always need those type of things. And we are very blessed that we do have it in certain states, and we're working on it now to revise it. But yeah, and we have trivia. For arguing with the coach, pay $500. Okay, no jumping jack stuff. Then some kids say, can we do the exercise? No, you gotta pay. Okay, we teach them respect. Even into the world that we ask for different trivia and all those things. I'm just amazing. I mean, they just love it because it gives the kids an opportunity to exercise. And me being a former physical education teacher, we need it more now than ever for the kids. I mean, it's great to play with the computer, but it's more important to do exercise because it does help the mind and keeps you active.
Well, not only that, I also believe that, look, when we grew up, I mean, look, I'm the generation before or after you. When we grew up, we were basically told to stay outside, get out there and play, because not only does it keep you active, it keeps you, right, it keeps the body going, but it also teaches you from a communication standpoint to interact with people, teaches you teamwork as well. I think a lot of kids today are missing that.
Boy, you are absolutely right. I mean, their social skills are so much different now than ever. Social skills are so much different. So we need to be able to communicate with each other. You know, most times they're spending 8 hours at the computer or whatever. It does help us in all aspects of our lives. We need this so much in our lives. And you know, working together is just amazing. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity. But like you say, it brings us together, and we need more of this. And we're finding out young people are getting sicker. We have a problem in the world with obesity. In fact, I'm hoping and praying that we'll bring back that physical fitness thing that we used to have in our school called the President Physical Fitness Program, where you can share it with different people and have it in the schools and you can test yourself. And that's so important in that.
Yeah, it certainly is. So listen, we're running out of time a little bit. Earl, I want you to take a minute and tell everybody about the book, how to follow you, and everything else. Go ahead and take a little time and do that.
Well, this is the book right here. If I can get a little close up on it, and the Earl Christy story, the story of a Super Bowl champion. And you can find this book on earlchristystory.com. Again, earlchristystory.com. And by the way, I will give a free autograph with this book. That's right, when we go out. And I can't thank the persons that put it together for me, with me, as a team, Ruben Rodriguez and Joy Buckle. They are amazing, amazing reviews that we've had coming in. And it's an inspiration book. That's the beautiful part, that we really, and they help you hit it out of the ballpark. That's at earlchristystory.com, earlchristystory.com, and you can find this book. Thank you so much.
Well, you know what, folks, for inspiration, if you want a little bit more inspiration, just make sure that you replay this show, whether it's on amp.tv or on Apple Podcast or Spotify or iHeart or NBC or CBS. I'll tell you what, folks, this was a lot of fun sitting here and having a great conversation with Super Bowl champion Earl Christy. What a great guy, and just an inspiration for everybody. Earl, this has been a lot of fun. We're going to have to bring you back.
Oh, thank you. I'll be more than happy. I'm telling you. I love you guys, man. Just keep it up, man. You guys are the real deal, buddy. Real deal.
Who knows? We may have the Earl Christy show at some point here on AMP TV. You never know, folks. We need that little crystal ball, but we'd sure love to host that show. But this guy is an inspiration for everybody. So, folks, replay the show. This is good stuff. And, Earl, thanks for joining us here today on The Circus. In fact, you're going to get the astounding round of applause.
Thank you so much.
All right, and we'll see Earl again, folks. Make sure to check him out at earlchristy.com. Learn a little bit more about him in case you missed the show. And a big thanks for everybody tuning in today. This was a lot of fun, and we're going to see you next time right here on your favorite station. Until then, have a great day, and so long, everyone.
Do you own a timeshare? Well, face the facts. You made a mistake. You made a bad purchase. A timeshare is not an investment. It's a money pit that continues forever. If you use your timeshare, that's great. But if you don't, and you want to legally get out of your contract, call my friends right now at the Timeshare Exit Hotline. They're an experienced team of lawyers who help good people like you get out of a timeshare contract that they just don't want. Don't throw away your money on maintenance fees. Use it for things you really want. We can help you end your timeshare contract and stop the money drain immediately. If you're ready to move on with your timeshare, call our team right now.
Cancel your timeshare now with a free call. 800-298-3173. 800-298-3173. 800-298-3173. That's 800-298-3173.